New York City is making a change to the way it handles certain marijuana possession cases, and that means those incidents will no longer be treated as a crime. Alexandra Field is here to talk more about this. All right, so this applies to what city law enforcement officials are calling low-level marijuana possession. Do we even know what that low level is?
Right, they haven't defined yet what low level is, but sources tell CNN that we're going to see a change in the policy about how police officers will enforce this low level possession. We're going to get more of the details this afternoon during a press conference with the mayor and the police commissioner. But at this point, we are learning some of the details of how the policy will change. What we understand now is that low level possession would be treated as a violation. That means you would be given a ticket, you'd be summoned to appear in court, and that violation would be punishable by a fine. So we're talking about no longer arresting people in some cases for this low-level violation. And when you take a look at the numbers, Randy, in the last year, the last 8 months of 2014, this city has had more than 24,000 arrests for low-level marijuana possession. So that's the number that they're looking at.
Just think about how time-consuming that is, probably.
Hugely time-consuming. And we know that in some of these cases, you're looking at a very small amount of marijuana. You know, why now? Certainly, this is something that we're seeing happening in various states and various cities across the country. But we also heard from Mayor de Blasio during his campaign about working to change the policy of enforcement in New York City. You know, during the campaign, he said low-level marijuana possession arrests have disastrous consequences for individuals and their families. So a lot of questions about how the policy would work in New York City and, you know, versus the state, but hoping to get those answers.
And it also sounds like it would be up to the officer's discretion as well, from what we know so far.
Right. Certainly sounds like this is a case in which you could be given a ticket, or certainly you could be arrested, depending on the case. And again, we haven't defined what low-level possession is. So will there be, you know, sort of a number of grams, 25 grams? What will it be? How many bags? We don't know. Would it apply to whether you are smoking publicly or just possessing a small amount? All details that the administration will have to provide.
Right.